We rolling, yeah?
We're rolling, boys.
All right, lovely. Belmont Stores podcast, episode 1 with Frankie, Stu, and Harvey Gunn. Welcome, boys.
Yes, what's going on, Harley? Thank you for having us, man.
I'd love. Thank you for having yourselves here as well, brother. Yeah, how you boys been?
I'm real,
Good,
bro.
man.
Good?
Congrats to everyone on the store. It's looking beautiful.
Safe, brothers.
Yeah, honestly.
Beautiful, man.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it took a fucking lot of graft, man. It was at office when we got it, mate. So
Really?
Yeah, bruv. Yeah, we spent a lot of time on our hands and knees painting these floors and that, man.
How long did it take from getting it in as an office to where we are now?
Fucking, we took it down to the wire, bruv. We done a 12-hour day the day before we opened. Bear in mind, we had like 6 months to do it all.
I rate that. I rate that. So sick.
Yeah.
It's looking really good, mate.
Yeah, safe, boys. Safe.
You do it all yourselves?
Pretty much, bruv. Apart from the stuff that we couldn't do, like electronics and stuff,
Gas
like the
and
lights and that. Just, pretty much, bruv.
Yeah,
All the stuff that we could do, we done. I didn't even know we knew how to do it, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's like, work like, oh shit, that's how you do that. Oh, nice. Like,
The only way, innit?
Patterned it up, like, yeah, straight. It's mainly these boys, bruv, really. Like, I wouldn't have been able to do it on my own, bruv.
Yeah.
Corking stuff and that. We filled more holes in that, bruv. Oh, shit. But boys, we're here to talk about you boys anyway. Do you know what I mean? So,
Love.
all right, so let's start with what I started with. So, what, you boys have got how many albums out now?
Better to be fair.
That are actually like available to listen on Spotify.
Oh, yeah, because you took my favourite one down.
5 maybe, including like EPs. We've got like 5 projects, I think.
Yeah, some of them date way back to when we was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
Now, so there's a couple,
what, Gentleman's
couple fruity
Club, that's
ones
not
there.
No, that's not
there
about.
anymore.
That's not about. I think that's officially like not about now.
Oh, is it?
Pay
Yeah.
to listen to Gentleman's Club. I think is. I hope it's gone. But
Yeah.
I think that was just on Bandcamp anyway. It was never really anywhere.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You had to be a proper head to be able to find Gentleman's Club.
It was pre SoundCloud. Do you know what I mean?
And Pay to Listen, you don't want to know about that one anymore either.
Couple tunes off it.
Yeah.
There was a couple good tunes off it, but as a whole, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't take pleasure in listening to it. I wouldn't. No, it's too young, man. Like,
Old.
We made the whole thing on like, in a room with out of an iMac, no speakers, no monitors or anything. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I wouldn't have pleasure listening to that back now.
Some of the bars as well. You know, when you listen to your old bars from like 6-7 years ago, it's like
Yeah, straight.
That's just part of it, though, man. I mean, if you really want to deep it, you could probably find it somewhere or get it sent to you.
I've got it, bruv.
I've got it, bro. I bet you do.
Yeah. You got loads of secret stash on that.
I've got them all, bro.
on that computer, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we've been since we started. We've put projects out like pretty much every year, or at least every couple of years. So I mean, there's going to be plenty of stuff about.
I see someone comment on Insta saying, "New album, please." It's like a shot at you, man, in the studio. You were like, "Bruv, it's been like 4 months."
Yeah, innit? I mean,
Some people's expectancy of like
go.
when how they want you to bring stuff out. It's just like it would be impossible. It's an unhealthy way to. Do you know what I mean? As soon as you put something out, you spend a year on something, and then the next like 2-3 months later, someone's like, "Oh, you need to put the next one out." It's like, don't need to, bro. I've been working for time. Do you know what I mean?
It's funny,
Need a little break.
I think those ones, like, stuff like that, I take it as a compliment always. It's a nice thing. It's a nice thing to say that people are eager for more music, but at the same time, kind of, I think perhaps if you don't make music yourself, you don't quite understand maybe how long it takes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It is a compliment, though, isn't it? Like
it
you
is,
said, it's a good way to put it.
It is a compliment. People want new stuff, and I'd rather be that way than them being like, "Oh, can you
wait 5 years for it?
Couple of years for the next one?"
Yeah, please just leave it a little while, boys.
Yeah.
So how much of this stuff? So you're making out of all the music you've made. How much stuff do you reckon you get to like 50% done? You've got a verse and it says a beat there. You got a verse and a hook, and then you want to write a second verse, but you think, oh fuck it, I don't really rate it that much, and it just gets put aside.
Most of it gets put out, mate. There's not a lot that gets put aside from when we were like 15, and I keep saying I think I told you this back in the day, like 10 years ago. It's like everything we make
goes out.
kind of goes out. It's weird, and I don't even feel like, I know it's like a quality over quantity thing, but I don't even feel like that. I feel like, I don't know, I just like putting it out, and I like it. It's never there's been a few tunes that haven't made the cut. That's something that we've been doing more recently in the later stages of our career. Not everything can make the cut, really, if you want to be putting out top quality stuff all the time, you know. But
have you got B-sides now? Like, have you got stuff that you've got from like last couple projects that you had that didn't make the cut?
Nah, not at all. Like, honestly, I think on the last project, stuff's like, I mean, we go studio and I can make a beat, and we're like, oh, that's cool. It sounded nice. And Frankie will kind of give a bit of a try on writing on it, and then you know quite quickly it's like, nah, that's not the one. Let's not force it. Let's shelve it and move on. I think in terms of stuff that got vocals recorded on it for breathing exercise, probably 2 tracks. Really, one or 2 tracks that didn't
make it.
We don't churn stuff out like different stuff very quickly, but what we do churn out is like usually the finished product, and it doesn't. We don't shelve stuff very often.
Yeah, we don't really start making stuff if we can tell it's not going to be something. Like I said, when I'm writing to it, if I hit a wall and the wall goes on for too long, then it's because it was never going to be something, you know. And the same for Harv when he's making beats. If you like hit that production wall, it's just because the flip wasn't right or the sound wasn't there, and then we'd start from scratch. Yeah,
100%. I think that's like, I think if you're an artist that obviously, you know, we're in a unique situation where we work exclusively with each other, so I'm always there with Frankie so we can quickly change direction of a track. But I mean, if you're just a normal MC and you've just got a batch of beats, you could probably smash through them a bit quicker and just kind of see. But I think for us, if we're going to get something like polished and finished, it has to be, we have to both love it, or there's no point. It's not like just practicing, like making them for banner. Do you know? We want him to come out. I want it to come out and be good, and I think we have quite a high quality control.
All these albums, when did you start touring them? What was the first one you toured?
The first tour we did wasn't an album tour.
Nah.
Random tour. Was it, bruv? 2017, I think.
Yeah.
Probably. Then we've done 2 tours a year since then.
2 tours a year?
Apart from now. Yeah, man. I mean, like the tour and stuff was a real revelation when we first started doing it, because we were like, we used to play the odd random show, and then when we first started putting on our own tours, it was like, yeah, shit, this is, you know, there's a demand for it.
We've always done shows around the country from when we were younger, but it's the difference in doing that and then putting it together as one big thing where you visit 10 different cities around the country, you know, that's when we took it up. But yeah, it's definitely one of my favourite parts of the game for sure.
Yeah, 100%, 100%, because you can spend a lot of time in the studio, and you can get, you know, even if you get good positive response online and on the back end on the streams and the numbers game, which is great, but there's nothing that cements how well people are taking a project in, like seeing people. It makes it real.
There, it's like the ultimate reward. You can be in studio for 12 months and suddenly like you forget like the fun side of it, you know. It just ends up being graft, like writing and being in the studio every day, and it's not till you get on a big stage and you see the thousands of people in front of you, it's like, yeah, this is actually worth it, you know.
So that first time you played Boom Bap Festival, that must have been an experience for you boys.
We missed. We got shagged there. To be fair.
Oh, is it?
I played there when I was young, super younger. But then me and Harv went there, and we missed our show. But we missed our set 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I think something like that. I mean, we got told, with all due respect, we got told a wrong time, and so we turned up there, and apparently people were going like the host was on the stage, like, yo, where's Frankie, Stu and Harvey Gunn? Like, they think they're too stupid.
Bare rappers were going around like, oh, Frankie thinks he's too big to come out and spray. I was like, no, bro, like, I was just late. It's not that.
Yeah, and we had another show in Brighton that night, so we got there, like, oh, we've got another slot for you tonight. It's calm. We were like, well, we've got to go. So we literally drove up there, Peterborough or some.
I think we were supporting Jest and Skinny Man in Brighton.
Yeah. So we just got there, just got to the gate, they like missed it, we were like, cool, let's keep it moving. Turn the motor around and just drove back, innit?
Yeah, that's a long old drive too.
Yeah, big time.
Maynard for doing that one.
Yeah, far.
So what was your favourite show then, do you reckon? After all these tours, out of all of them? Or crowd, people, city?
I really liked, we done a festival in Brighton last summer called Boundary Festival, and there was quite a lot of people there.
You playing a tent in that one?
Yeah, it was the main stage tent. Wild. And I think there was nearly like 10,000 people there. Okay. And for me, that's the first time I've ever played in front of like that sort of number of people. And it being in a hometown as well, it just felt like a bonus, man. So that was a special moment.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
cool.
that was fucking-
gassy. Frank, you were gassed. You were gassed.
I was buzzing, to be fair. Someone, the maddest thing happened. Someone had, was wearing, like the party captain hats, like the boat hats, yeah? I was
Sailor's cap.
Yeah, the sailors ones. And tune was about to drop and someone flinged it onto the stage and I caught it on my head. And you catch a hat on your head like that, I was just super gassed. And then the tune ran. I think Coconuts come on straight after that. So it was a special moment, one that I'll never forget.
When the tune ends, Frankie takes the cap off and he goes, "I'm the fucking captain now." Yeah, that was a sick show. Yeah, that was cool. I mean, because the introduction to festivals has only been seriously in the last couple of years. So that's quite exciting because it's quite new. We've been playing shows for a long time, so the festival stuff's always really exciting. Favourite show probably. I loved the last show we done in London at Heaven.
Yeah,
that was sick. I love every time we go to Bristol, Manny. I fucking love all of them, to be fair.
I love Manchester. Manchester's
Yeah.
always so sick. London's always so sick as well, but Manchester just seems like a special one. I've got like family up there and shit, so it feels like I feel like they have it more up north. Leeds is always good as well.
Yeah.
They don't like everyone's dancing, everyone's there to have a good time, and not like they're not in other places, but they're really up for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just a proper uni crowd, isn't it? There.
Yeah.
But it's fun, man. I love all the seats we go to. It's always an overwhelming response from the crowd, and I'm excited to get fucking back out and do it. Do you know what I mean? It's been a sec now. It's the longest we've ever been without touring.
Yeah, it's a shame. Obviously,
you do one now, weren't you?
Well, it's due in May, bro. If it was due in May, we scheduled that. Then it was November, we scheduled that. So now it's April. But it's it's a blessing because we've been able to.
Yeah.
We've upgraded all the venues twice now, and they're still selling, which is great.
Yeah, it's been a pattern, to be fair. As long as it all goes ahead next year, man, that's the aim.
Yeah.
But it was an L to have everything cancelled. But at the end of the day, like Harv said, it's a blessing in disguise. Everything's kind of doubled, and we're on to a bigger and better tour next year if all goes to plan. So yeah, really excited for it. Get your tickets now.
Had to plug it. All right, so what, have you got new music for these tours? You gonna have new tunes by then, do you reckon?
We're in kind of like, we're in the middle of that now. We've started making some new music and we've got like a few tunes there. We've got like the skeleton of like what we wanna be doing, but it's just whether that comes out this or next year.
In what ways would we say skeleton like?
Like the base of like the foundations of a project.
What like?
We've got ideas.
You started.
We've got ideas.
We've got the conceptual idea.
We've got the visual ideas and the creative ideas, and when nothing feels like it's really moving until you're like two to three tracks into the project, and then it's like, all right, say no more. We've got the base for this now. I kind of know what direction this is going.
Yeah, this has all been decided like literally this week.
Yeah,
like we hadn't really even spoken too much about like albums or projects or.
The tour was meant to be the breathing exercises tour.
Yeah.
Well, it still is. It still is. Yeah.
Well, exactly. So that's kind of your answer. We probably won't, because then it might, unless the name of the tour changes and that.
No, but you still got to tour that album, don't you?
Yeah, 100%. No, I think
to see the project out, I think you do need to. Yeah.
I think any big any bodies of work or releases will definitely come post tour, because it's only in April. Do you know what I mean? That comes quick, and we're gonna have to put aside a lot of time to fucking get to get the tour ready, to get the set bang in and rehearse and all that shit.
How much rehearsing goes into it?
Quite a bit, to be fair, for nowadays.
Because you got to rap for an hour, innit? Like
they're longer now, but it's like hour 20 we do now sometimes.
Yeah, it's long.
Mate.
It's long, mate. Honestly, I mean, we had PT sessions booked in for this tour. We was just like, what did we say, like 3-4 months before? It was like, cool, we're going to have 2 sessions a week. We're just going to get wham and get into the best shape for tour, like prepared for it. And then it got cancelled. It's like, oh shit, got to cancel the PT as well. Touched, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, this one will take a bit more. This one will take a little bit more, because for me, none of the albums ever been played before.
Yeah.
Live, so I'm gonna have to get all of that ready. Do you know what I mean?
Draining.
Do you prep the set a lot as well?
Yeah, I prep. I mean, it's all done live on Ableton, so I have to
triggers it all
build
in
the sessions. I have to bounce all the stems out, lay them all out, put all the effects I want on them. So it's quite time consuming, and I have to fucking memorise what button does what. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a tiring few weeks tour, this, man. I mean, it looks like glamorous from like the outside's point of view, but tour's stress, man. You're just in a car for like 2-3 weeks, and then, do you know what I mean? You have to play a show every night, and then it's like, could probably do with chilling tonight. And it's like, oh no, you got to drive like Scotland and play a fat show.
Real talk, man. Yeah, I mean, it's nerve-wracking, 100%. Like,
Nervous energy.
I've never not played a show where I haven't been very nervous before, and I think Frankie would say the exact same. So like, I love them. The feeling after is so good when you're halfway through the set and you start like getting a little bit waved and a little bit confident in that. But no, before I play every show, I'm shook, mate. Like, and I think Frankie, like, even more so, obviously having to like, it's one thing pressing buttons, it's another thing remembering like fucking Bible's worth of words.
Yeah, I don't like it, brother. I'll be real with you. I don't like it until there's about 3-4 songs left. I'm not enjoying myself.
Really? No,
yeah, it sounds weird to say. It's just anxious, isn't it? It's scary. It's like my head's just like, what if I forget this bar?
Yeah,
I'm gonna forget this bar. And it's like, I don't forget it, and then it's like, oh, saying I can have a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real. I mean, it's amazing. Like, but I think everything, like, I don't know if you agree, but I think all amazing things in life, all the best things, best feelings I've had, you know, best like kind of jumps into the unknown. You're always scared before, innit? Do you know what I mean? So I think it's
healthy, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, it would be weird if I bowled out like super confident, like cool, like let's have it. Like I'm not sure. It's like because that means it doesn't mean anything to you, you know.
Exactly, and it wouldn't feel as good afterwards either, would it?
Exactly. No, for real, man. It's a part of the game that I love, but it's certainly like it drains your brain a bit, but it's part of the game. Trust.
Yeah, nice. Fucking. So, what all these at the shows? What the fans like? Have you got any mad fans that like come up to you, like give you shit, or like just like?
He's got some mad fans for me, man.
Is it? No way.
No, man, they're all amazing. The fans are all fucking amazing. Every single time we meet them at the shows, like often we don't get to if you go straight at the back, but when we do, they're amazing. And you know, like, yeah, nothing but love for all of them.
Yeah, 100%, man. It's got some really good fans. It's amazing. And they've been there from the start as well. There's some shows that we go to, even now, and you'll see the same person that you saw when we played in like a pub in like Dawson when I was like 17. It's like, I rate you. I fully recognise you and I rate it. Do you know what I mean?
You do remember it. Like I remember people on Insta or from even before, like on Facebook. Like, you remember their names, mate. Yeah. And you see them like popping up now. It's like shit. Yeah, you've actually been there from the day. Yeah. And you recognise faces at shows always, man. Like, it's been a real journey with a lot of them, and love to all of the new ones also because they're showing the same kind of, you know, same level of love, but.
More and more people are getting onto you now. Like, your music will come on in here, man, and people will be like, nodding their head. I'm like, you know these guys? They're like, yeah, man, Frankie and Harvey Gunn, like, fucking these guys are sick. I'm like, how long you been onto them? And like, some people are just like, getting onto them now, but it's about time, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's a good feeling, man. I love hearing stuff like that. I mean, we've been at it a while now, so the more people know about it, the better, you know? Exciting.
Yeah, 100%.
Annie Mac supporting you and putting you on radio. Who was it as well? Ken, who was it?
Yeah. The Annie Mac spin was great, man. That was really cool. That was Adult Workers, I think. Yeah. So that was our first single campaign of the album. Yeah, buzzing.
It's nice. Like I was just saying, then it's nice to finally start seeing stuff like that happening. It seems to be moving.
People who's checking your tunes now, only hearing about you now, bruv. When they go on the Spotify and they catch like your whole catalogue, they must be buzzing, bruv. Like they've heard one new tune and they've got so much to get through, mate. They must be stoked, bruv.
I do think it's a pattern.
Who said stoked, bruv?
That's funny, man. That's my favourite thing to do, though. You know, when you discover an artist and then it's like, oh, what cool, let me check out their Spotify, let's check out their Apple Music, and it's like, well, you got like more than 5 projects out, I back it. It's the best thing. It's the best thing to see. So gratefully, me and Harv do have that when you discover us. You know, we've been doing this for a minute.
Yeah, I think that's the only way you can really like. I think you can have a big tune and people love it and people love you and they're excited for you. But if you don't have a back catalogue, it's very difficult to become a real fan. Do you know what I mean? To become a real fan of someone, that I have to deep their music a lot and go on that journey. So you know when you see like here a hot new tune, they're like, wow, they've only got 2 singles. You love it, but you can't really connect. In that same way. So. Yeah, I mean, putting it in, putting the work in when we was a bit younger is it's done us some good now. Yeah,
we're playing the long game, innit?
Yeah, straight. I mean, how do you see yourself doing this for a lot longer still?
Yeah, man, definitely.
Yeah,
you're still gonna keep making music, keep writing music.
Man. Don't see why not, man. Yeah, if people still want to hear it and we can still sell tickets, man. Like, I'm not about to like stop and get an office job.
Go back to supermarket.
Yeah, trust me.
Been there.
I worked in all of them, innit?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what jobs have you been through then?
I've worked in Co-op, Sainsbury's, Tesco, Marks and Spencer's. I worked in a dumpling place in Brighton somewhere. I worked in, do you know the milkshake gaff, Shakeaway?
Yeah.
I worked in there for one day, for one afternoon. And the boss man was like, you need to dress up as a milkshake. You need to put on this milkshake outfit and go walk down the lanes. And at the time I was like 18 and thought I was popular. I was like, what if I get seen in the lanes, bro, dress up as a milkshake? I said, I'm sorry, mate, but it's not going to be me that does that. I was saying, why don't you do it, innit? And yeah, he went on it, so I didn't. I didn't go back to that job the next day either. But yeah, I had some funny jobs. I've had some shit jobs as well, man.
Yeah. Me and Frankie used to work together, innit? Top Man together.
Is it? When was that?
Real talk.
Used to run the top floor.
Run the gaff, bro. Top Man. I don't know, 2015, 16. Like in the grand, probably 16. Like in the grand scheme of things, like not even that long ago, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah,
funny,
You
man.
applied together? Do you have CVs in together?
No, not even. I patterned him. I was in there before, and then he come and work, and he was the shoe don in the corner doing the shoes.
Innit?
Yeah, nice.
Selling people dreams.
That's funny.
So what? So that was 2015, 2016. You say you was working in Top Man. Well, when did you go France then?
So I worked. So what did I do? So I was working in Top Man in Brighton, and so. Let me go from the beginning, to be fair. Like, when I left college, I worked in the studio in Brighton and did sound for like TV for a couple of years. And then we were working on one project and it finished. And I was like, fuck, like, no work. So I worked in Top Man for a year or so. And then was applying, like constantly applying, looking for more jobs in sound in London, in Soho. Like hearing nothing back. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go uni. Like, I was like, I need to do something. I was like, I'm going to go uni. And I applied to do some I don't even know, some like saying like management or business or something. And then I I was going to accept the place, and then I got offered a job in London in the studio. So I went and lived in London, worked at Soho for like a year, and then I went to Paris for like 6 months or so, and I was working on a freelance project over there. So I took my Mac with me and was just doing sound design. Like, over the line, just pinging it over back and forth. But more time I was just fucking about when I was there, man. It was a bit of a holiday. I didn't go uni, I never went travelling or nothing, so this is kind of...
So what, you swerved uni? You swerved
Yeah.
uni, and then you went to
both
France.
did, innit?
Yeah. So yeah, I swerved uni. I was going to go because I was like in a pickle, and then I got a job in London, and then went to Paris for a bit.
Why Paris? What made you want to go there?
And I just always liked it, man. Like, my boy, like, one of my best mates is living there, and I went over once on holiday, and like just had fucking sick weekend with him. I was just like, yeah, this is me. And then went back, and ironically, as soon as I moved out there, he moved back to England. So like he wasn't there, but yeah, man, I love it. It's got a special place in my heart. Made some good friends, and try and go back there like every year, a couple of times a year.
That's where you were just doing the sound design, sending it back over.
Yeah, so literally just working freelance. Yeah.
All right, nice.
I was looking for shit there, like looking for a couple, like more permanent jobs there, but no. The French wasn't up to scratch.
I hear that, cuz. And what? So you swerved uni as well?
Yeah, man. I was never really on it, to be fair. I went to college for a little bit. I went for like 3 months.
You did music business?
No. I went to college before that to do photography or some shit.
I've never seen you pick up a camera.
I never have picked up a camera. I was thinking what's going to be the calm, like chilled one to do. And it lasted like nearly 3 months there, stopped that. And then I just worked for a bit, and then I went back to college later, and I'd done like a year course, music business in Brighton, and it was all right. But I don't know, the music business is forever changing. So like whatever they teach you wasn't relevant 3 years later, that sort of vibe. So, but yeah, I never really planned to go to uni.
Talking about CDs and that.
Yeah, real talk though. That's it. It's like the music business course is cool, but like you can't read the future. So it's like, what are you going to learn? It's going to be different when you're actually doing it and when you actually need to know all that information. Mm-hmm. Some stuff helped, but the majority of it, it's just like anything. You don't really learn it properly unless you do it hands on.
Yeah, straight.
That's it.
So what, like, do you reckon it helped you at all? So I was going to say, you must have had label interest then. like throughout your career at different points, whenever?
Little bits and bobs, mate.
man.
Little
Not
bits and
really.
bobs. Nothing proper, honestly.
No?
No, nothing
Why are
proper.
these people sleeping? I don't get
Yeah,
it.
but it's
Yeah, I know.
not above it. Look, it's not what we want, man.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I hear that.
We've you know, I think it's only been in the last few years that we've really realised this, but it's like cool. So the label, what they offer you is, you know, a team, an amazing team, an advanced, and it's like we don't want the advanced now, and we've built the team ourselves.
And the amazing team, questionable too.
Exactly that.
It could be a Don younger than you, and it's just like send them on.
Exactly, like we've built a team now that a label, every single facet of it, we've got ourselves. Do you know what I mean? In a wide team. So it's like, you know, we all work together, and we run. It's our own label, bruv. It's our own label that me and Frank run, and we're the only signings to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And we're experienced in this. We're in it for longevity, and we're in it for the long game. And if we wanted to be a quick overnight success, then we would look into taking advance of someone. But we're quite experienced in the game, and we know what we're doing, and we know what we want, and we know what we don't want. And I think it's helped us massively, mate.
You know, a big advance is the worst from a business and a financial point of view. It's the worst terms you'll ever get on any loan in your entire life. But
it's a one-term payment. So let's say even if you take, let's say 500 racks, yeah. At first sight, it seems 500 racks, say no more. That's the most money I've ever had. But deep it, that's the last. All right, tax. Yeah, it suddenly becomes like 350 racks. Me and Harv split it down the middle. So suddenly there's like 100 and something racks each. Our manager would take 20%. Suddenly there's less than 100 racks each, and that's to last us our whole lifetime.
I've done a rollie in a car and it's done.
But even on a wage, what's 100 racks as a wage? How many years does that get you if you want to pay yourself 24 grand a year, like a average wage? Yeah, it's lasting you a few years. So it's like, cool. After a few years, I'm going to go and have to get another job then. I'm not looking.
You only live off all you can live off then is touring.
It's a debt. So the bigger the advance, the bigger the debt. So it's like, unless you want to be in bad debt.
I get why, like, you know, when we're younger, we've taken, you know, like I think marketing advances and stuff like that for a campaign is cool. That's clever, and you can put that money to work and get a good return on investment on it. But in terms of big ones, it's like you can get the yards, and then, you know, unless you're doing very, very well on your touring, where that's going to be your fucking cake twice a year with festies, it's like, I don't know, for us, the streaming business, the streaming revenue is very, very important and very integral to our business. I don't think I'll ever let that go to anyone. Real talk. I don't think there's a price you could put on it for me.
No, it's passive income for the rest of our lives. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, nice.
Have to be a serious amount of money to even consider not getting that. Real talk though.
Yeah, I hear that. We're a barbershop, and then we got to touch on some hair shit, man.
Yeah.
Especially as Frank's a barber as well.
Yeah.
So what, safe, brother?
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
I've got some funny barber stories.
Is it? Yeah, have you? Salute, brother. Salute, brother.
Cheers.
What, you got some barber stories? Oh, well, I was going to ask you. You got Jordan's go then?
No, what was the question?
I was going to say,
barber related.
Do you cut Harvey's hair? Because I remember he used to have quite long hair, innit? And I can imagine him being quite precious with it.
It weren't Frankie that done the original, like, because it used to be long in it, like shoulder length.
Oh yeah.
And then when I went short, it weren't Frank that done that original trim. But you've done quite a few since then. You've done all of my trims this year, I think.
Through lockdown, I've been trimming them up. Like,
yeah. Pretty dangerous though, innit? Yeah. Because if he fucks you up, then you might not be able to chill with him for that day.
I'll say with Chess, Frank's given me some of the best trims, man. It's good.
Yeah, say nothing. That's very cute,
They
man.
are good trims. But I will switch it up, I switch my style up bad. You know what I mean?
Is it, yeah?
Yeah.
Keep him on his toes, innit?
that's
I
it.
know you don't like cutting my hair. I know it's long, but
It's long. His type of hair is long to cut. Like, if you're a barber, like, allow it. That's long.
Was it long? It looks alright. No, it's dark. Be long to fade.
It's just because.
But you know when you got to do scissor cut and fade work, and it's like, like, give me one job to do. There's a scissor cut the whole way around, and then you want like a mad fade into the scissor cut. It's like, say no more. Guess that's me for the next hour then.
Last time we was in a rush and you done the scissor cut, you were like, I'm not doing the fade, bro, we've got to go.
Half a trim, nice. Safe, bro. So what, you cutting the boys up at yours then? Judd.
Yeah, I mean,
who do you live with? You two live together with Katie and Judd.
Yeah, so
Katie and Ryan, but Judd's like isolated with us, bruv. He's back. He's gone now. He's gone now.
Is it?
But,
Yeah.
How come we isolate with you? 'Cause
we
you
had
just-
like a sofa bed, and he was just staying at ours, and then the whole country went into lockdown, and it was like, you may as well stay here. Do you know what I mean? You're good crack. Like, you bring something to the table, you're funny.
Yeah.
Like, we want you to be here for lockdown with us, and he was game.
Nice.
And it was a mad few months, to be fair.
Was it good fun? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, it was good.
Best
It
time
was
of my
super
life,
fun.
to be fair, man.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was like New Yards. Like, yeah, it was fun. It was a good time for it to happen. Obviously, it was long, but like, yeah, it was good fun. We just partied a lot, man. Done a lot of cooking. Frank, you done a mental trim on Judd. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
It was
really.
like,
I can't describe it.
I
Frank,
can't describe it. He wanted like an arrow shaved into his head. So it's like bald on the sides, and it's just like, like just a fat step, but it went into like a spike.
Triangle.
It went into like a spike at the back.
Is it, yeah?
Yeah.
Where's this trim, man? Well, you didn't post it up, nah?
Nah.
Send me that. Send me that. I'll post it.
he was like, I want like an arrow on the back to feel like it makes me run faster, like a racing stripe.
I think it made the cut on some like barbershop fed of like bad trims, like bad lockdown trims. Yeah. I was pretty gassed with that.
Fucking, alright, so you got some stories then?
What, from barbershop?
you said, oh, you just joking?
Yeah, I mean, I was a barber for a few years, bro. I had some
You
savage
ever
stories.
fuck anyone up bad? They start
anyone
switching
up?
at you.
Do you know what? Some people have tried to switch to me when I've actually done a good trim.
Oh shit, nah, that's not
That's
done wrong.
when it's just like little minor things, and it's like, hold on, mate, you don't actually know what you want yourself. But I've only fucked a couple of people, to be honest. I've done one bad one. I was when I worked in the shop in Brighton.
Black
Like
House.
all the unis, nah,
What?
nah, Terrace Barbers, big up Terrace Barbers.
Shout out Terrace Barbers.
And I was in there. They live. The shop is right by the university hall, so a lot of uni students come through. And some don came in. He wanted a trim. He wanted like 4 back on sides or something. So I was like,
A difficult one.
say no. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, say no more. Like, I'm smashing through this. If you're not gonna want a cool trim, then I'm gonna have to smash through it. But he had really long hair on top. Do you know, if you're a barber, there's something called clipper over comb to blend in the side of the hair to the top of the hair. And what they teach you in barber college is to go over it like that with a guard on the end of your clippers. You can't fuck them up.
Yeah.
And I was just smashing through it, but I didn't have any guards on, right? So I've done it, and then I've boom. And I've looked, and it's like, he just has a line. Like a little rolly-sized bald spot. And I was like, say no more. He didn't clock. I was like, say no more. I'm gonna keep cracking on. And then so I'm smashing through the haircut, and then at the end of it, he wasn't acting booky or anything. I was still like kept conversation flowing, and you'd see if he wouldn't clock. And then at the end of the haircut, you know when you hold the mirror up, the thing was on the right, like the little bald bit was on the right. So I took the mirror from this side, bust it down. Yeah, best, yeah. And just showing him one side, and he was like, yeah, I'm real, and bowled out. And none of the bosses clocked. He didn't clock. Sorry if you see this.
Yeah, if you're listening,
I didn't have the balls to kind of address it. Do you know what I mean? So I had to just do the side mirror thing, and he never come back. But it is what it is.
it's one of them. There's nothing you can do in it. So
There's nothing you can do. I'm not gonna.
just hold the L gracefully, bro. Just keep it moving.
I'd rather hide the L and keep it moving. But each to their own, innit?
That's so funny, bro.
So when was the last time you done a trim professionally? Time ago.
Professionally, I worked up in London for a bit. I worked in Harvey Gunn.
Oh yeah, what's that saying? Any good?
Yeah, it was all right.
You on your own?
Yeah.
That's fucking boring though, isn't it?
Yeah, it was long.
Yeah.
And it wasn't barbershop settings. Like, what I love about barbershop is like community. There's people breezing in and out all day constantly. There's banter between all the barbers in there. It was kind of just like, if you know Harvey Gunn, it's just like a high-end fashion store, innit? And I was just in the corner of it in the dark.
No, bad,
Cutting.
Bare corporate.
Yeah. And if you're in Harvey Gunn and you're getting a trim in Harvey Gunn,
Getting shot in Harvey Nicks.
Yeah.
it's like it's just weird clients.
Yeah, fair.
Weird clients, yeah, just proper rich people. So it wasn't like banner like a normal barbershop. But yeah, it was a good experience still.
Shout to Harvey next.
Yeah, nice, bruv. Nice. Right, yeah. So what? Do you reckon you'd ever go back there? Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
What, Harvey next?
I'm just back to cutting hair.
Oh, yeah, mate. To be fair, I really enjoy it still. I enjoy it on my own terms.
Yeah.
That sounds quite selfish, but
Everything in life, innit?
yeah, for sure.
Straight
I'd like to be on appointment only basis where I'd cut my own client's hair if I was my own boss, and I didn't have to do like kids' hair and old men stuff like that. That's something I'd go back into. I'd like to own my own barbershop one day, to be fair, but it's just not something I'm.
What'd you call it?
I don't know, bruv. We're going on the spot. I need some time in it. Something sick though. But yeah, something I might dip back into in my later life, but it's not something I want to be doing at the moment. But I've got love for the barber game still.
Yeah, nice. Thanks, mate. So what? All right. So Harv, you just opened a shop, ain't you?
Yes, I mean a shop of sorts. It's not a physical store like you have here. But, there's no bricks or mortar. But yeah, so yeah, me and a couple of my boys have launched a business. So a wine retailer and events company called Rebel Wines. So we're dealing in natural wines, which are basically wines made with very little intervention in it, no additives, no bullshit added into them. So they're kind of wines as nature intended them to be made. And yeah, it's been going really well, man. We're selling UK nationwide retail. We've got some really exciting pop-ups, supper clubs coming up with some amazing kitchens down in Brighton and in London. Yeah, man, it's going really well. It's just something I've been passionate about for quite a while. I've been drinking these kind of wines for quite a while. And we plan to get it, originally we were meant to launch early on in the year for the kind of springtime, but obviously a load of...
Who's your partner?
So it's me, Judd, and my boy Josh.
Oh, Judd involved,
Judd's involved. Boots on the ground.
He's the runner.
Just getting it done. So it's the three of us, man. Me, Judd, obviously we have really old childhood friend of mine, and my other friend Josh, who's the same. And Josh is my friend who lived in Paris before. He's worked in, his whole life in restaurants and in wine. And yeah, it's a good little team, and got some fucking banging wines. Some really good
how have
wines.
you sourced it all? Like, where'd you get it all? Is this you just shopping around?
Yeah, pretty much, mate. I mean, there's a lot of it coming into the country. Just kind of like, there's a lot of it. So it's just, for me, the most important thing is having quite a concise and, good list, which I think we've got. We've all got very similar kind of like preferences in the style of wines we like to drink, and we've like to translate that onto the list. And yeah, man, it's good. It's good. They're really banging wines. It's a wide array of different, of styles of them, and mostly French and Italian, a few new world stuff. But yeah, it's banging, mate. It's banging.
And what, is this something you've been building for a while, or?
Yeah, it is, brother.
Like over a long time.
It's like, you know me. Like I've got my other passion in life has always been food and drink, and like hospitality and restaurateuring to an extent. So we had this vision probably last year, kind of like, just pub talk, like, we should do something in this game in the natural wines. There's not really much going on in Brighton. And yeah, it was delayed, obviously, due to COVID, but we've managed to get out there in the world, and it took longer than we expected, but the logistical side of it's very long. I'll tell you now, it's very hard to find couriers that want to ship very heavy, fragile goods. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, but yeah, man, it's all good. It's all good. It's a long-term project. Like I'm sure you boys, are aware of that kind of thing. It's a long-term project. It's a project of love. And but I'd love to have, like 5 years time, I'd love to have my own either a small wine bar or a small restaurant bar. That's my dream, 100%. And this is kind of dipping toes into that game.
Yeah, nice. We could do with one in Walthamstow, to be fair, mate. Nothing like that around here. Your food as well. You've been cooking for a while. Or is that just is that something you've been getting more into over lockdown?
Yeah, no, I have been cooking for a while, to be fair. I just never used to I think over lockdown I cooked a lot because I was in a house of people that
I can co-sign him on the cooking front. I can co-sign that. He's very good cook, mate. He blessed up lockdown differently.
Yeah, because it's like something to do, and if I'm we were talking about earlier, but if I'm on my ones, like I don't cook, like put that time for myself, but I love cooking for other people. It's something I really enjoy, and like yeah, man, I feel like it comes like. I don't know, it comes quite easily, and I find it very relaxing. And it's
when did you start cooking, do you reckon? Like, when did you start?
I'll tell you when I started cooking first time was when I was like, I remember when I first went to college, I was only in like 3 days a week. So I'd have like all these, for the first time in my life, obviously coming out of fucking secondary school, I'd have time at my yard in the daytime when my mum was at work and I was just on my ones. Like just fucking about with like ingredients in the cupboard, do you know what I mean? Cooking like the brassest food.
Thinking you're a G in that.
Yeah, but like enjoying it. And then, when I started working, that's when I started going to restaurants and like getting just really into food. And and then it'd just be like I'd have something at a restaurant, I'd come home and I'd want to make it myself. And
start breaking it down and
stuff.
Exactly
that.
Exactly stuff more.
Exactly that, bruv. And I used to read a lot of cookbooks when I was younger and like just to learn, like technique. And now I feel like once you've been doing it for a while, you'd kind of just have the like palette of of stuff that goes together, and you just you create it. I like to cook mostly Italian foods. That's all pretty. Once you kind of patterned it, it's quite easy, I think, to put new stuff together.
Were you smashing bare snails and that in France? I've never had them. They're any good?
I've had frogs. I've never had snails.
Wow,
I'll tell you what though. I've had what are them English snails? Winkles or whatever. Do you know the most English sea snails?
I've heard of them. I don't know.
I've had one of them. Yeah, they were bad. But the food in Paris is fucking great, man. I love French food. I feel like if you get a good understanding of French food and like French technique, it will do you wonders in cooking, because so much of other cuisine and like other styles of cooking kind of is derivative from that technique.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice, mate. Nice. All right, cool. So we got Frank's got the wavy ice lollies fucking flying out.
Yeah, trust. They've been selling really well in Brighton.
So how did you get onto that? Because who runs it? Alex.
Yeah.
So how did he meet? How did you get in touch with him and go? Oh, give me boxes then.
Swear down, this is literally how it happens. No, it's a boy, Alex, who I'll come into. Friends with some of you boys, mutual friends with some of you boys, you know. So I was chatting to him, and he sent, so runs the company Wavy Ice, obviously. It's like a kind of alcoholic ice lolly, ice pulse sort of thing. And he sent me and Harv a box, beginning of lockdown maybe.
Yeah.
A few weeks into lockdown. And I was like, these are actually banging. Like, how come they're not down in Brighton? Do you know what I mean? How come you're not selling them in Brighton? And I spoke with him a little bit, and long story short, I saw there was a fat gap in the market for him down in Brighton, and then just brought quite a lot of him and brought them down to Brighton and started selling them around on my scooter. I bought one of those electric scooters, and obviously everyone's been thrown their own kind of different L with coronavirus and everything being cancelled, so I wasn't just going to sit at home like, oh yeah, I'm blessed. It's like, no, I'm going to get rid of all these ice lollies, you know what I mean? And Alex has been a really good guy to work with. I took care of his wholesale for a bit and started getting him in a few restaurants down Brighton. And I've got nothing but good words to say about him and the product, mate. We sold a lot of ice lollies down in Brighton. So
I was gonna say that when you re-up, you have boxes and boxes of them, and then you say you sell out. I see you say you sold out before the weekend even start. So what you do is just running back and forth from yard with one call bag, just like bam, 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 bam.
Pretty much. I mean, I like to have the shots lined up before I go out on my scooter. So
you know it.
But it's good, man. I mean, Brighton's perfect for it. There's a lot of university students, and fortunately, we've built up quite a good kind of social media following, and I think it goes quite hand in hand, the product with our music. So a lot of the people buying them are listeners of our music, and they'll want to order a box. And if I get 5 boxes lined up, I'll go out on my scooter and show it.
Nice, guys. Nice.
But posting them out, selling them, and on the heatwave days, I was down there selling singles, 4 for a tenner, 8 for £20. You know?
Breaking it down.
Yeah.
Little hustler, man. Rate that shit.
Yeah, innit? No, but it's that.
You got to be a wheeler and dealer, man. Come on.
You've got to be, bro. Like, I'm not too proud to not do that, man. It's like, what else am I going to be doing? Like, rather do that. It's fun. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, straight.
Rather do that than just sit in a yard.
That's the thing. It's like, you know, the way me and Frank have set it up now, it doesn't. You know, to sustain the business and sustain new music, it's not. It doesn't take 5 days a week. And there's fucking 7 in the week. Do you know what I mean? These other days, I'm not going to be sat at a yard when the sun's out. We'll be out hustling. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, straight up.
Always.
Straight up.
I don't like. I think both of us are the same. We like being productive. Always. Love hustling and like just fucking put a spin on anything. I don't want to be sat at home watching TV and shit.
Make a drink off anything.
All right, nice, cuz, nice. So lockdown. You said you had the best time of your life. I hear that. I can hear that, man. Like a lot of pressure off. Everyone's chilling at yard.
Yeah. I mean, I say that on reflection. Now we're out of lockdown. I realise how much it did like affect me. Just being indoors 24/7. At the time, I was loving it.
Yeah.
But now we're actually allowed outside again. It feels like that was actually quite shit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, to be fair, in hindsight.
What?
At the time, it was buzzing because get as licked as you want, eat whatever you want, do whatever you want. Who's going to tell you? Who's going to like tell you to sort your shit out? It's like what? Pandemic. You know?
But yeah, like you said, it was very fun at first. It was holiday, but then you know when the holiday goes on a bit too long, and I was like, I want to be out there, like seeing friends, family, earning money, like. But I think we made the best out of it, innit? Yeah,
for sure, man. For sure. We had a good time, mate. We smashed lockdown out of the park. It was good. We made the best out of a bad situation, like you said, and but it's nice to finally be out of it and be back to some sort of normality and seeing friends and family and stuff again. It's important.
What was it like? Because obviously your girlfriend Katie, who you live with, is the head of A&E at Brighton Hospital.
Not like the top head, but she's one of the managers.
One of the managers at A&E.
She's done a really good job throughout the whole lockdown period. She was on the front line, one of the front line soldiers. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to respect it. We all kind of thought, well, we're all getting it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? We accepted it.
We firmed it. It was like we're all gonna get it. She's gonna get it. She's there in the mix of it, and none of us got it. No. She didn't get it. She got her tests and stuff. Said, I never had it.
No way.
So, man.
That's suspect as fuck to me, bruv.
Yeah, mate. But you know, the antibodies now that, you know, I don't know, those tests say it doesn't last too long. So maybe she had it early on. Fuck knows. But
it is suspect. I thought it was a bit booky, but you've got to count your blessings. Mad good luck.
Yeah, I know. Patient zero, bruv. She's immune to immune. But both our other housemate Ryan, he works in the NHS as well.
Yeah,
something different. He's a physio, but he got put onto COVID wards. Even Judd. So Judd works on site at the hospital. So it was just me and Frankie at yard, and them three were out working every day like normal. Do you know what I mean?
Was it just you two indoors?
Yeah, pretty much. They're working, come home like bare stressed, and we're like, I've had such a shit day. They're like, really? What have you been doing, bro?
I was session FIFA. I got into PlayStation hard.
Is it?
Yeah, differently hard.
What could you do? Career?
Huh?
Were you doing career?
Yeah, mate. Top level.
Professional level, bro.
What, you were cooking dinner and you were playing FIFA?
Yeah, pretty much, mate.
Very cute.
Yeah. Pretty much. But no, it was a good time, man. I'll look back fondly on it, but I'm very grateful to
That's it.
have this back. Like to be able to come up here and do this and like chat to you, man, and not have to be like, you know, terrified of shit.
All shook in that, man.
Yeah, no, it's not for me. That never been shook.
All right, bro. I've got through this list, man. Is there anything you want to say?
Not unless you just want to freestyle some stuff. But
Can you do a freestyle?
Yeah. I can't freestyle. You know I can't freestyle, man. Hey, go spit a freestyle. Well, thanks for coming on, guys.
Oh, thank you so much for having us, man. It's been a proper pleasure.
Yeah,
big up Belmont stores. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, sweet, guys. All right, that's episode 1 done. Bam.
Boom.
Love.
I fooling. Don't wanna get old and you don't cool in. That's not. Even when I'm older, if I'm still here, I wanna make. Let's get closer. More time, I can't believe it.